Hello everyone, Wampet here. So today I'm going to go over Frank Clark trade to the Chiefs. So Seattle traded Frank Clark and got a first round selection and pick 29 and a third round selection. They switched third rounders and then they got a second rounder in the 2020 draft. The Chiefs got Frank Clark pretty much, and a little higher of the third round draft pick. Impact wise, I think pass rushing will go downhill a little, unless Seattle gets a few premier pass rushers that fall down, and I'll go over the draft stuff a little later in this video. And maybe I have a little note in the top. I don't know. Anyway, so my thoughts on the trade overall is Seattle won the trade. Obviously, it depends. Maybe Frank Clark becomes a Hall of Famer. But at this point, looking at the draft picks and looking at all that, Seattle won the trade. And it's very good for both teams, I would say. First rounder, Seattle only has 4 draft picks. Now they have 5, meaning they can trade down in the draft. And it gives them more flexibility now, because you can keep pick 21, trade down with pick 29 or vice versa, and then get more draft picks in the later rounds. And Seattle has been pretty good at drafting in the later rounds. You have players like Chris Carson for a 7th rounder, David Moore also, I think, a 7th rounder as well. You got Richard Sherman, Cam Chancellor, all in the later rounds. Russell Wilson's kind of late in the 3rd, but, not the latest. You have Trey Flowers, 5th rounder. So get more picks in that area, and then also get some top players. So Seattle trades down, let's say, the higher pick, which is pick 21, and they trade down a little, and they get, let's say a pass rusher to replace Frank Clark. That's good. Then you trade down again, draft a wide receiver, because Doug Baldwin could be contemplating retirement right now. And David Moore is good, but but he hasn't shown that he's there yet. And it gives Seattle more flexibility and just easier access, and just makes them easier for them to get the player they want and get more players and fill up more holes on the team. And then it also opens up room for cap. So Jarran Reed is going to be a free agent, same with Bobby Wagner. And maybe Seattle sees both of these guys as more valuable than Clark. But I think I like how they got more draft picks, and now they have 2 first rounders, because it gives them more flexibility to draft, a wide receiver or a D lineman now. And maybe pass rush is a concern, but then, Ziggy Ansah is still a free agent, and maybe Seattle said to themselves, alright, we trade Frank Clark, then we sign Ziggy Ansah. And I would not hate that move. Ziggy Ansah does have injury concerns, but other than that, he's a great player. And if you sign him, it could help loosen the impact of trading Frank Clark. And then also, if you draft another D lineman, it'll help the team as well. If you get Ansah and another, D lineman, edge guy, that would definitely help because you give Rasheem Green a little more time to learn. So it just helps out the team. And yeah, I would say I like the trade, and I like how it gives Seattle a lot more flexibility, and I think just is a good deal they made, especially if Frank Clark's not going to sign his franchise tag and not want to play for Seattle. I think that is a good thing. So yeah, anyway, like, comment, and subscribe. See y'all later. Goodbye.